I am Brandon. I hope everybody is having a great day. This is the first fast news of 2021. We are obviously very, very excited. I hope everybody is having a good night. Now we're just making sure everything is working fine and we will be going. And it does not look that way. It does not. Yep. All right, guys. I apologize. I will have to restart this. If you're watching on YouTube, I am sorry. It is not coming up on Facebook. We are restarting the live. Oh, there we go. Now it is working. All right. I am so sorry about that, everybody who's been in here. It was not showing up for a second, and that is usually not a good thing. All right. So we are going. It is working on Facebook. Let's get into fast news. So we have a lot to get into today. I had to trim it down quite a bit. But my first story here is about last night. So last evening, there was a protest outside of the home of Josh Hawley in Vienna, a suburb of Washington. Around 7:45 p.m., someone called to report the protest. Master Police Officer Juan Vasquez said people were peaceful. Juan Vasquez is also the spokesperson for the police department. Demonstrators said they were protesting because he is going to object when Congress confirms Joe Biden's victory. Officer Vasquez says the group was in violation of several laws. However, he said after officers explained to the protesters that they were in violation of several laws, everyone just left. Vasquez says there was no issues, no arrest. We didn't think it was that big of a deal. Howley tweeted this after the encounter. Tonight, while I was in Missouri, Antifa scumbags came to our place in D.C. and threatened my wife and newborn daughter, who can't travel. They screamed threats, vandalized, and tried to pound open our door. Let me be clear, my family and I will not be intimidated by left-wing violence. The demonstrators left a copy of the U.S. Constitution outside of Howley's door before leaving the premises. Is it me or is it cut? Okay, I was about to say it shouldn't be cutting out. All right, so in local news, we now know the driver of the van that struck the McKinley Monument, Paul Tolbert, 40, has been charged with second-degree vehicular manslaughter. He was driving at an extremely high rate of speed when he struck the monument and killed the passenger, Angel Marie Cobb. Tolbert is looking at a maximum of 7 years in prison if he is convicted. Kyle Rittenhouse pled not guilty to all 7 charges today in a virtual hearing. He has been out on $2 million bail awaiting trial where he faces 7 charges, including first-degree intentional homicide, first-degree reckless homicide, and attempted first-degree intentional reckless homicide, as well as illegal possession of a weapon by a minor, and an additional charge was added last week for violating the curfew the night of the shooting. A fitness club manager and an ex-soldier by the name of Mike Olson subdued and disarmed a would-be gunman in a gym in a Minnesota LA Fitness. I'm sorry. The man, Michael Floorhog, was apparently angry that a couple of members were not wearing their masks. Olson informed the man that they are understaffed at the moment and cannot watch every single person in the gym. That's when Olson told Floorhog to leave. Floorhog refused and said he was going to walk around and take pictures of everyone not wearing masks. Olson would not permit him to enter because he was not a member of the gym, and that's when when he tried to enter the gym and go further into the gym, that's when Olson prevented Floorhog from being able to go in the gym by putting his hand on Floorhog's shoulder. Floorhog responded by pulling out a gun. He ended up being subdued and disarmed by Olson and later arrested by police. Floorhog is facing a felony charge. Kenosha County District Attorney Michael Gravely announced that Kenosha police officers involved in the August 23rd shooting of Jacob Blake will not face charges. Jacob Blake will also not face charges. It was part of a very long press conference today that I watched, where Gravely both laid out the case for and against the officers in the press conference for the press. He also recommended another independent investigative body should look at the case. The National Guard was called ahead of the press conference. At 5:30, demonstrators held a vigil before marching through the city. In Pennsylvania, state Republicans who hold the majority there refused to let Pennsylvania State Senator Jim Brewster of McKeesport, Pennsylvania, take the oath of office. When Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman, a Democrat, came to Brewster's defense, the Republicans removed him as presiding officer. The Department of State has confirmed that Brewster, who was the incumbent, had won another term by only 67 votes over challenger Nicole Zarcolini. The Republicans disagree with the election results. And it was confirmed, and it was recounted and everything. It was confirmed, recounted, all that. So now our last story of the day is about exclusive audio that was obtained by CBS News. Air traffic controllers in New York heard a digital threat message on Monday that was being aired over the frequency. And it said, "We are flying a plane into the Capitol on Wednesday. Soleimani will be avenged." The threat refers to Qasem Soleimani, the Iranian general who was killed in a drone strike last year that was ordered by President Trump. Today made the one-year anniversary of Soleimani's death, and Iran has long vowed revenge since this happened. So that happened. Now, the threat is not believed to be credible. However, the FAA and the FBI are apparently watching this very closely and will be watching for any abnormalities in flight patterns tomorrow. And let's get into the Georgia runoffs now, because I know a lot of people are watching those Georgia runoffs. So I'm going to update it here, and I'll give you guys the latest numbers. So right now we have 82% reporting, and Purdue is leading Ossoff, and Loeffler, the Republican, is leading Warnock. So Purdue, the Republican, leads Ossoff, the Democrat, with 82% reporting, and Loeffler, the other Republican, leads Warnock, the Democrat, with 82% reporting. Now the margins are super close. Purdue's at 51.2% and Ossoff's at 48.8%, and then in the Loeffler-Warnock race, Loeffler has 50.8 and Warnock has 49.2. So they are very closely contested races right now in that Georgia runoff. I know a lot of people are watching the Georgia elections tonight. We will keep you guys updated as we know more. But that is our news cycle for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's Fast News, and we will be back tomorrow. Please, if you guys have some time tonight, go watch some of the protest live streams out of DC and